so what I've enjoyed.
Yeah.
I really like. I'm so shy.
Tasha. Okay. Do you see my camera? Do you see it?
Mine was better.
Do you see my camera? Huawei P20 Pro, come on, making my skin look chocolate, baby. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video. Today I'm joined by my housemate Tasha. She's also my friend, don't worry about that. And today we are going to be talking about some of the things that we liked and disliked about university. I know I've probably made videos on it, but I thought it would just be nice to have someone to talk to in regards to university. So I want to talk to you about basically what have you enjoyed about university and what haven't you enjoyed and stuff like that.
So I've really enjoyed like just getting to know loads of people. It's like uni is like a completely different experience. Like obviously you've been through education, but this is like education with like a twist. So
Yeah.
I feel like you really grow as a person as well. So
Is that it?
no, I don't. I'm really like put on the spot. I've enjoyed obviously like partying. You get the freedom. I've enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I have learned a lot.
Like what?
What?
What have you learned?
My degree. All the contents of my degree.
Yeah, but like, do I actually remember how? I don't even remember like.
No, I actually tried to remember like.
No, but some of your stuff is actually relevant to life, whereas with mine, I'm just like, where do we go from here?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't. I don't know what an SPDF orbital is. Okay. Anyway.
What else have I enjoyed? I enjoyed labs because it felt like, oh, I'm a real scientist. We're doing science.
I'm the complete opposite. I didn't really like labs only because, like, what we were doing, I couldn't like. I was like, okay, cool, we're making this. Thank you. Next.
They were easy marks as well. Like
Yeah,
easy
that's
modules,
true. Yeah,
you know, in those
you're gonna
modules,
pass
yeah.
if you do the work.
You
you'll
literally
pass.
the bare minimum is just go to labs.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, that's true. They were easy marks, and you're guaranteed a 2-1 in labs if you actually just do the work. Literally. If you didn't, then I don't know.
It's a bit peaky.
The only thing I liked about labs really was it was easy, not easy marks, but like you were guaranteed like a 2-1 if you put in work.
Yeah.
And I liked my lab. I loved just working with my lab partners. That was fun. It was just fun having someone who didn't know what they were doing as well, because we were always like, okay, so it's just nice having a partner to be discombobulated with. What would you say in regards to friends in?
Like I feel like we're in first year. Like I made quite a few friends. Like because the accommodation we stayed at was really social, so like it was easier to make friends than like some other people who were like isolated and like they only have their flat.
Yeah.
Like whereas with us, like in my floor we had like 22 people, and then imagine there's about 4 different floors.
Yeah.
So there was literally so many people to like socialize with, and you're bound to. The thing is, you won't necessarily get on with everyone, but you'll at least find a few people that you're like, okay, yeah, I get your vibe.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It was there was an abundance of people.
Literally, then that can also be quite dangerous because it's so funny. You have so many people, but you can actually be so lonely.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't take advantage of the fact that you have access to people, like people will form friendships, and I feel like after like a few weeks in, people kind of establish kind of friendship groups. Like the friendships groups did change, but like people kind of form.
You're like, you can't sit with us.
Yeah,
it gets to when you can't sit at this stage.
And it'll be like there'll be a stage where you'll want to make friends with them, but you can't really because they're already like established.
Yeah, that's true. But then also you are a lot of the time you are actually on your own in your room.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. It's probably just me, but I don't know.
Yeah, like there are the lonely bits, like. Yeah, that's standard.
I can't lie, it's probably one of my loneliest years.
Really? For me, it was probably this year because, well, I actively isolated myself. So it was through my own fault. But, like, to be honest, I was happier with that. Like, that's just what I found comfort in.
Yeah. To be fair, though, I think because I wasn't used to having like a room, like like, oh, you know, like it was so like box. I felt
Yeah.
like I was in a, not that I wasn't lonely, but I don't know, it's just weird. It's just a bit of a weird one because you're actually like on your own for a long period of time.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's so
It's probably like the first, because it's the first time you're moving away from home where
true.
you're by yourself. Like you're from a big family, so you're so used to having like
Yeah.
loads of people around
So
you.
it's just a bit of a sticky one, to be
Yeah,
honest. And so yeah, in regards to friends, I just
yeah.
have to say like, don't feel pressure to be boys with absolutely
Yeah,
everyone. It's not by
literally, I
force.
made friends with quite a few people in like the first few weeks, but like the people that I actually stayed in contact with, like
Two
it's
or
just a
three.
handful. It's
Everyone's
a
just
handful.
it's nice to have like step out gang, I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah,
like a
yeah,
squad to turn up with.
yeah.
But like it's
That's the easiest one to find.
yeah, that turn up squad
Yeah,
is calm, but like
yeah,
it's not by force.
yeah.
But you probably know who your real friends are until you're like end of second year, if not third year.
Yeah, literally, like in second year I thought like, oh yeah, we're all gang, we're a gang, we're a gang. But like I
Lol.
feel like it's not like you just find people
Yeah,
who
yeah, yeah, yeah.
are your ride or die.
Yeah, I think it's very, very important to have friends within your course. I've said this so
Honestly,
many times.
you cannot do it alone.
You can't. Like you
Impossible.
can obviously have your friends from like outside, but they can't relate to what you're going
Exact.
through.
Honestly,
They
yeah.
don't know, like especially as STEM. Um,
Stems are
I
yeah.
think STEM is just
You
different.
cannot do it alone because you actually need connections for you're gonna need, there's gonna be a point where you're doing assignments and you're like, I need help, and
But
like you can email the lecturer, but like
Amelia, she's talking about you.
yeah. Literally, you're gonna need help, and you need that friend who can help you, who's like, even if you're in the same boat together, it's just the support.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the
It's just
support.
nice knowing we're
Yeah,
both screwed as each other. It's
exactly.
just nice, or even if, let's say, for example, if my friend has appears to be doing more work than me, it will motivate me to be like, oh crap,
Exactly. I need
I
to
need
step
to,
up my
yeah.
game.
Basically, you can either
Yeah.
be on the
I'm
same level,
slacking.
or if one
No.
person's doing better, you have to be like, oh, nah, I need
Yeah.
to fix up because we're usually on the same page, but clearly not today.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting. So what didn't you like? Ha ha.
Um, we're starting from first year or just
Go
like
on,
in general.
everything. Go on.
In first year, I hated our accommodation. Although the massive benefit was the social side, our
Yeah,
accommodation
was
was
trash.
crusty.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
it was actually done out
no,
here. But I
no,
wouldn't change it for anything though.
no. Honestly, like even though it was crusty, like
I actually wouldn't change it for
yeah,
anything.
I'm glad I experienced that. I lived the struggle.
Yeah, no, it's actually quite funny. I remember I used to cuss the food. It was trash, don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but like,
but the food was there.
yeah.
You didn't have to think about cooking
That's
or
what I mean. No,
anything.
that's quite
Yeah.
funny because I was like, oh, I can't wait to cook for myself. But like, when I've gone to third year, I'm like, I actually
Yeah.
don't, like, I have to deep.
In second year, I was like, if I don't cook for myself, I actually cannot eat. It's either I order takeaway, but I'm getting fat from takeaway, so I have to cook.
Literally. But yeah, what have I not liked about uni?
What about
I
your
think, do you
actual
know what it is? I
course?
think I don't like the expectations that I went in with. I wish I was a bit more like, I
Oh
was expecting it.
yeah,
I wish I had an open mind and wasn't expecting it to be like,
yeah. Don't put your expectations too high up and think
absolutely
I'm going
not.
to be living my best life.
Absolutely
I'm going
not.
to be doing this,
Yeah,
doing that, doing that.
don't
Like
do that.
remember, it is reality at the end of the
It's not
day.
even, that's the other thing I don't like about uni. It's not reality. It's not the real world. You're
Your
literally in a safety net.
uni is a bubble.
Yeah, it's a
Yes,
safety net.
yes.
Once you get out, like, you can't have it going out 3 times a week and having a hangover and just going to work. You can't do that. You can't not do your assignment if you like. You can't do that in the real world.
Yeah, I feel like
And I think
I was gonna say something that's really bad. I was like, if you're gonna be unserious, just do the last of your unserious in uni.
Yeah.
Do the last of unseriousness in
yeah,
first year.
yeah, yeah,
First year doesn't count. Just
yeah,
pass. Make
yeah,
sure you pass.
yeah.
I would advise you to get a good grade though.
Yeah,
It
I'd
will
make
work in your favor.
yeah, true. I would say that use it as a time to make mistakes and learn from them before it's too late.
Yeah, honestly.
But then make
Yes.
sure you pattern your life. I think the problem is, right, if you've been babied you're gonna find university a bit of a struggle because
Yeah, it's the transition.
yeah, like
Yeah.
basic stuff like taking out the bin, or it might not necessarily
No one's gonna do it for you. Like either someone has to do it
Yeah.
because if you don't, you're gonna get rats.
Yeah.
Your house is gonna be disgusting.
and everyone just beefs each other as well. And my mum usually does the laundry for me. big up, big up. But I'm not a sport brat, but you know, I had to get used to doing my own laundry.
Okay.
That for me, I was like,
For me, I was glad because my mum's kind of like she's raised me like that since I was like 16.
yeah,
As soon as I turned 16, she's like, right, I'm not doing anything for you. You're grown. So I've been having to do my laundry and cook and stuff like that since I was like young.
Yeah.
So I feel like more people need to do that to their children
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
some people let me not you.
what else was, oh, boys.
There are certain boys who think just because they're at uni, they should literally move to every single girl. Every. I feel like it's not by force, number one. It's not by force. You don't. No. And remember, by the time you get to third year, imagine you've run through your whole entire year. And now you're moving on to second years. Now you're moving on to first years. Girls talk. We all know. They all know that you're moving to all of them.
And that's actually true though, because you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm talking to Blunt. They'll be like, oh yeah, I was also talking to him as well. And it's like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know, but then boys talk as well. I think girls need to remember that boys talk as well.
Oh yeah,
That if not, girls are.
In a nutshell, everyone talks.
Everyone talks.
Just know that if you're
seeing someone from the same university, about 50 other people probably know.
Yeah. Just know nothing's in secret. Like
It's
you may
not
think
secret.
you're doing up secret, but everyone knows.
No, everyone knows. Everyone knows. And also for girls,
Can I say?
Yeah.
Uni is basically like a massive episode of like Love Hip Hop Miami. Just
everyone's it's so small.
especially when it comes to like relationships and stuff, because
Otherwise people just end up getting rotated.
Uni's a big place, but
one of the things with university, like, it's great being a socialite or a social butterfly, but be wary that the more people you have around your circle, the more people who know about you outside of your circle who've never met you.
In a nutshell, remember, like, I always view uni as like it's basically like a magnetized
bit like
sixth
Love
form,
Island.
Magnetized secondary school.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
like imagine all the drama that happened in secondary school, A levels, whatever. In uni, there's a lot more people, and like people.
It goes
people love to talk as well.
Yeah, and it's it's also crazy how, like, you need to be careful, because I know that there are two people that I know, and by somehow my friend from sixth form has a friend who knows that person.
You may think, like, even if you're like seeing someone from another uni or whatever, this England is small.
This whole England is small. Like, this isn't me being nosy, but on a real though, for girls going, and boys actually, going into whatever, yeah, you can be the social butterfly, but be wary. People will be talking about you, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Yeah, and they might add their Maggie cube. So even if you may think, oh, any publicity is good publicity, but people can misconstrue everything.
Yeah, so I would suggest keeping your life low key. Like, obviously go out and stuff, but don't be too out there, I think.
I think if you're out there as a person, go for it, but just know, like, there are repercussions to everything.
Yeah, just be aware that people will have your name in their mouth, and there's nothing you can do. You can be like, oh, why is she talking blah 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 about me? That's something I've learned to accept, like, because it just, I don't know, because you might beef that one person, but there's probably 10 people behind that person.
Yeah.
So you just got to be careful and be wary of who you let in your circle, I think. You might have, like, turn up squad or whatever. Just be careful who you let in your inner circle, because you need to be worried more about the people closest to you than those outside.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You need to be more careful about those who are in your inner than, because on the outside, they're not really inner your life like that, but those inside are the ones you need to watch out for, because they're the ones who can use what you've told them against you.
Yeah.